We're getting set for the second semi-final match leading into the finals of the single Ultimate Schmoedown, as we're getting set for a match for the Orlando live event that may now not end up happening. And I'll explain why. Today we've got the boss Ben Bateman taking on the kid Brendan Meyer. Is the boss Ben Bateman going to split up this dream scenario of a Shazam Ultimate Schmoedown final? Well, let's find out now on JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Welcome back. Yeah, wearing the old Schmoedown live shirt. Figured Orlando live events coming up. Figured just wear it. Haven't actually worn it in a while. I think the last time I wore it was in the Chicago live show. So figured let's go ahead and bring it back out again. So this is interesting. This match actually got posted Wednesday night, a couple hours after the Bibiani Roca match. That kind of caught me off guard. I actually wasn't expecting that. So fortunately, by the time it got posted public, I had already been pre-situated doing other things, so I thought we'll just do it Thursday afternoon. Been a long, crazy day of work, but I'm ready and all that good stuff. So now the scenario, the strange conundrum here. We were told ahead of time that because of situations involving Ben Bateman, that if Ben ends up winning this match, that the singles Ultimate Schmoedown is actually not going to happen in the Orlando live event, which is kind of sad. But it's kind of the winner ultimately might end up being William Bibiani, because the one thing that he's been thriving for his entire Schmoedown career is finally getting to play at a mega event, super show, whichever you wish to call it. I like calling them mega events, which is either the Spectacular or the Collision. So, in kind of a best of worst and something of that scenario, if his team partner, the kid, were to go down today, Bibiani would then be guaranteed an opportunity of playing at the Spectacular. Which is kind of a great thing for me because I plan on being there. On the flip side, if the kid ends up winning, which I'm going in thinking is probably going to happen, I've been calling that match pretty much since the start of round 2, we then get the Shazam Civil War, if you will. They will end up playing each other at the Orlando live show, as was planned, as scheduled, and then the winner of that will go on to the Spectacular to get the title shot. The interesting thing about that is I don't know if they've addressed this or not, but if the Ultimate Schmoedown final takes place at the Spectacular, I'm not quite sure what that leads for the title match itself. Are they going to have a different challenger, or is the Schmoedown final, the Ultimate Schmoedown winner, going to just play later in the night? I know they've talked about they don't particularly like doing that anymore. It's just kind of one of those things. They don't like players playing multiple times in the same show. So they kind of avoided disaster there with Roca potentially having to do that at this particular live show. But I guess when push comes to shove, maybe they might do it. But I know it's something that they've said numerous times. It's something they prefer not to do. So I guess there's really nothing more to discuss other than we'll find out what the heck happens. I'm actually not entirely sure what the add-on match is. I did some browsing around when the match got when the Roca Bibiani match got published, but I figured that I probably should wait, because if I was to browse around, I'd probably end up getting spoiled about this match. So yeah, looking around Facebook was very delicate for the last 12 hours, but need not to worry. We're going to get through this. we're back to cherry choke. Chibby cherry chonga, chibby cherry chonga. Let's do this in 3, 2, and 1. Lot longer black screen than I thought. So.
I don't really know what this character was. Hey, come in.
All right,
There he is. Coy. How's it going? What's up, brother? How are you? Good to see you. Nice to see you, man.
Coy, he's crazy.
I miss the fans, I miss the people, I miss the rush. It's crazy. I want back in. And I know my record's not so hot, but I miss it.
Yeah, well, look, man, we love you. The fans love you. Hell, you beat the current Intergeekdom champion right now. You beat Kalinowski, man.
Yeah.
So,
Puddin'.
We'll put you in the draft.
So, and I admit, man, those lights get me. I think I want to manage.
You want to manage?
Yeah. I know the game. I know the players.
It doesn't surprise me.
I love the analytics. I love the story. I think where I'm best used and where I think I can shine, I think I want to manage.
You're best used doing this.
Go right away to Anarchy when you manage. Wait, I know this.
Yeah.
For Winston and Stacy.
Which is the shirt. That's the shirt I'm wearing.
It was funny.
Really funny. Heart.
If you can see that.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
The only reason I hesitate, you're a very nice person. You're one
Very.
of the nicest people I've ever met.
Oh, you're too
in this
nice.
world, and I feel like you're almost too pure to be American. The reason I say that is because it's like this is very cutthroat. People.
You gotta do this all the time. Everybody's doing this now.
Cut somebody, and you're hurting some feelings, breaking some hearts, and then there's gonna be people trying to steal players from you, and then the fans will get on you, you lose a match. It's like, you ready?
I'm a nice guy, but I think I surprise people. I'm from Boston. There's an undercurrent.
You're crazy. You're crazy. Crazy.
I can do it. And I also think that when people meet me, they think a lot of things, and then I can subvert some expectations, and I think this is the way to do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. You're in. All right. So be prepared.
I'm a surprise.
Be prepared. Jeremy Irons version, not.
Man walking.
Oh.
Nice guy.
Oh, that was mean. Yes, Jeremy Irons version, not the other dude version. Not be prepared. Ah, crap, missed it. No, he got a golf club. He thinks he's Jack Nicholson. Gonna have to answer this here 3-iron. Hello, Mark. Hello, Christian. Oh.
To Orlando, but who's he playing? Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Ellis here. Mark, we know once again that the Beast is going to Orlando. He's got a chance now to either play
Maybe.
the boss, Ben Bateman,
Maybe.
the kid, Brendan Meyer. What a match.
Actually, he might go there ananyway. He probably already got that ticket purchased.
Who answers more of them right, and that person will be facing the Beast in South-ish.
Spoiler, it will not be me.
It really
You gotta take her.
is
Boop,
Ben
boop,
Bateman
boop.
who is going into this
JTH gets it.
not
It
at
won't be him.
100% injured physically. Right. So he's had some major back issues, but he is still a gamer. He showed up to play today against Brendan Meyer, who is way too young to have such injuries. His bones.
I wouldn't
still
say that.
activated by Sunny Delight every morning.
That's true. You know, the thing is though, and just to
Or you drink milk,
with the audience,
also known as
I had a conversation
moo
with
moo
Ben,
juice.
and I thought,
You said, you wuss. You get out of that bed
Right.
and you get your ass to the studio or you're fired.
actually the other side of that, I told him that because he had just beat Paul Preston and he's just not moving around too well. I asked him, I think that you might want to pull out of the tournament.
You suggested that.
I did, and I think that Riley
You
too,
quit.
It reminded
Quit.
me of Rocky when Rocky turns, he goes, "You throw in that towel, I'll kill you." It really, the guy wants to keep playing. I don't know if it's against.
Stop your fight, I'll kill you.
He's gonna come out here today. He's gonna play against the kid, and he's gonna give it his all. He has been to the team finals. He's twice. He's won it once, and now he wants to get to the singles finale. But he's got to do it against the kid. And you talk about somebody who's having a second half of the season. My God, look at what the kid has done so far.
He's having a
Very well
pretty
done.
good career. There I is. I saw me.
By joining with
Someone just want to give me some cheap plug.
mentor to the kid. Benefited both of them.
That's right. Brendan Meyer is a star in this league. I think that he was really spurred by it was, you know, he was on stage at the free for all, and you just sees how the crowd was responding to him, continuing to advance round.
Or it was just me.
Really gave him some
Don't want brag.
yet lost, and you'll probably see that.
You laughed.
Here's both Brendan Meyer and Ben Bateman.
Now he's going to play the winner of Preston and Bateman.
And Bateman advances to round number 3, the semifinals, Ken.
No, I'm really excited, man. I've been a big fan of yours, and I'm looking forward to it, man. I can't wait.
I got a
Who
lot
are
of
you?
respect for Ben Bateman, but I got even more respect for the kid because he's the kid. He's the kid. He's the kid. He's the kid. Whereas the boss,
He's just a man.
who likes their boss?
I don't know. My boss is pretty good. He pays me well. Yeah, it all comes down to money.
I've got so much toxicity in my bloodstream right now. If you lit a match, I'd probably catch on fire. But I'm here. I'm standing up, barely on one leg at this point.
You're a champion.
But I'm gonna do this. That's what horsemen do. We live and we die and we fight to get through it because we are champions.
I think Ben is on a quest to prove something to himself and the league, and that's pretty powerful, even though those darn horsemen.
How weird is it that both of our paths have led us directly into horses?
That is correct. Or horsemen.
Horse persons, really. Like they're half human, half horse.
This is not the same league it once
Sensational
was.
centaurs.
My brothers have fallen in this tournament. I'm still showing this league that the horsemen have what it takes because at the end of the day, there's only going to be one winner in this tournament. And as long as that's a horseman, no one's going to give a shit about the rest.
Mm-hmm.
Every single match I played, I have played better than the one before. And I think that to beat Ben, I have to continue to move forward. I have to once again score higher, play better, be more focused. And if that's the case, I think I got a good shot.
I may not remember my name by the end of the day, but I will remember the trivia answers that I need to beat that little hero of a rookie, Brendan Meyer.
Rain, snow, sleet, hail. We're ready.
Answer to this here 3 iron.
Well, you see the horsemen trying to pick themselves up. John Roca, their leader, had a hell of a match against Bibiani. Almost there.
But
Just about to
yeah.
in Orlando, but Bibbs is having some half of the season there too, and he takes the victory. But the kid is talking about getting to the finals to play his team partner. Bateman, on the other hand, it's all about destiny. It's all about getting out of bed there, with being the fact that he can get up out of bed to get here to play against the kid. And
I can barely get up out of bed, but it's usually because I'm tired.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
Don't want to brag. I get tired a lot. Because me lazy.
81 AFC divisional playoff game. You think about Kirk Gibson.
No one likes him.
You think about Mara Knapik going in overtime when she wasn't at her best string. You think about the Wildberries when they were way too drunk to perform. They could barely stand. But
that doesn't count.
Correct.
And that was just at the karaoke bar. All right, so we are ready.
Dang.
To go. Mark, are you ready?
God, you know, I'm gonna.
Let's get a tail of a tape first.
I see a great. You think about Walter Payton when he had the flu and he set the all-time rushing record.
They call me sweetness, but now I'm humble. Because now movie trivia Schmoedown. No tail of the tape. Anyway, back to what I was saying. They call me sweetness, and now I'm humble. Because inside the 20, I always fumble.
Representing Shazam!
Shazam! Shazam!
With a record of 3 wins, 1 defeat. He is Brendan the Kid Meyer.
With a record of Josh doesn't remember and Elliot never cared.
There's the kid. He has emerged. He is all.
My name! It's my name! Boy, if my name ever showed up on there, run and hide, because a joke's being played on you.
We know that for sure. All right, Brendan Meyer has taken the seat, and his opponent, representing the 5 Horsemen, led to the ring by Tom Dagnino, Mark Riley, and John Roca.
I want to do the ladder, but I can't get my chair out of the way.
Ultimate Schmoedown team winner. He is
And now, now I don't sound like disco anymore.
Bateman.
There's
He's limping out. He's limping out.
Mark, Dagnino hyping up the crowd. Folks, this is not an act. This is not a gimmick. He is limping to the stage. With the aid
Use
of the golf
this.
club,
Get a
along like Bob
big
Ross,
ass walking cane for you. I'll use it when I'm an old man.
Okay, good to go.
He slams down his 9-iron.
It's a 3-iron. Get it right,
I would like to
Ellis.
remind Brendan the child Meyer, those pills are for adults only. Those are not Flintstones vitamins.
Right.
Prescription.
Darn.
So we
Everyone
are
loves
ready to go here.
Flintstone
We're gonna set
vitamins.
down, Mark. What are the rules? Number 1.
All right, Tom Dagnino. I think he's. He's got a nice little back brace there. Tom Dagnino, dressed like my grandma when she'd go to Reno to play the slots.
That's what managers do. All right.
This is a real manager over here.
All right, good. So you're trying to keep him for next season, I see. All right. All right, here we go. So the rules, please.
In round number 1, the field of competitors is going to hear 8 different questions from 8 different corners of movie trivia Schmoedown at know-how. Each question is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no steal.
Except that you don't get the point. Penalty. Penalty. Flag. Flag. For penalty. Can I get it like a referee flag? Maybe.
I'll remind each competitor you have 3 usages of the JTH
No.
throughout the duration of the match.
Flag.
So you heard a question right, you want to buy yourself some time.
Roughing the passer. Personal foul. Pass interference. Even though there's not any interference. Play is under review. Calling stands.
For being here today. We know it's not easy.
All right.
Actually, before we start,
Yes.
Ben, Bibbs and I brought a little gift for you. You know, you always wear these cool shades, and I thought, why not shake it up? So, Bibbs, just
Shake it up. Shit.
Came up with some new
You
ideas.
said shit. The kids said shit.
Got topical, right?
Wow.
Right,
Oh,
topical.
wow, okay.
Out of this world.
Yeah.
That's terrific.
You can pick any one of these you want, sir, and then we'll wear the others, and we'll be triplets.
I'm going to just do this over here.
These are gifts.
Yeah.
It's a gift.
They're the best gift ever. The Elton John, really?
All right.
I don't think Ben Bateman is going to wear the glasses.
Oh.
That's all I got for you today.
Well,
Those were
my-
bought for a reasonable price at a costume store on Hollywood Boulevard, man.
My favorite part about that was Riley coming in and say, just throw them.
You know what? It's okay.
You know
Take a hike, Bibiani.
Take
All
that. All right.
Get him on the way out.
All right. Here
Man,
we go.
if I could only pick one clip to sell the Schmoedown,
Must
it
be
would
the
not
drugs. He's on edge.
All right.
Oh,
All
no.
All right, it's hot in here, and it has nothing to do with the air conditioner. Here we go.
Are
We'll
you
start
sure?
We asked first, Ben Bateman, are you ready?
Let's do it.
And the kid, are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Let's get ready to Schmoedown!
Yay!
All right. Would you like to go first?
No.
Maybe.
First?
No, go
Are you
ahead.
sure?
Ask your question, Slick.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this comes into comedies. Okay, so who plays the hot-tempered school bus driver in Billy Madison?
What, are you afraid of a little laugh and joviality from the crowd?
It's your little bits. You like to do your little bits?
My little comedy
This is going to
skits.
be tough for you if you miss this on the first question.
5, 4,
But take your time.
3,
It's
2.
Be Chris Farley. Lives in a van down by the river.
Chris Farley.
That is correct.
Yeah,
Kid.
no, big one I haven't seen. So
Okay.
Oh,
David
dear.
His
Damn, bust
partner,
around.
Tommy
yeah,
Boy.
just haven't seen that one.
Ben Bateman talking with the smack talk right on.
Well, whoop.
All right, so here we go.
Well, whoop de frickin'
Next
do.
question is in the world of action/adventure.
Ah. Oh, wait, that's not comedy.
What 1997 post-apocalyptic film stars Kevin Costner and Will Patton?
It's not Tin Cup.
I know.
Yeah.
I know that. That's not apocalyptic.
Got it. Oh.
Oh, good stuff.
Then again, Don Johnson's in it, so that's
3.
Thanks for
that's crazy. I don't know.
1. Pens down, please, and the kid.
The Postman?
Yes, and Ben.
The postman.
2-1. Bateman keeps his lead.
He rings twice.
Learn something every day, boys and girls.
Family Films is your next one.
But I'll forget that in
What is
about
the
3
name of
hours.
the character voiced by Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Ah.
Moana.
So if you see Dwayne The Rock Johnson on the street, are you?
What can he say except you're welcome?
It depends on what he wants you to call him.
No, you want to get his picture.
5. Rock. 4.
You call him the most electrifying man in sports entertainment.
Ben.
You know, one time I would have thought that the answer to this question was Moana, but then I watched the movie. And it's Maui.
That is
You're
correct.
welcome.
The kid.
That's another one I haven't seen. Man.
Wow.
This is a tough one.
Well, you don't have to see the movie. You just have to hear "You're Welcome," which was like "Let It Go." It became a cult phenomenon.
Christian, if you watch the movies, you have a better chance of answering.
Or you listen to the songs.
Your next question is in the world of 90s.
What's the lesson? What is the takeaway? Don't mess with Maui when he's on their breakaway. Although that don't make any sense.
Romantic drama stars Sarah Michelle Gellar, Ryan Philippe, and Reese Witherspoon.
Ryan Philippe! Ryan Philippe!
This is the old school Bateman here, too, because he's definitely playing mind games with the kids. You can see it.
That's right. Is it him?
People will know where that comes from when they think of JTH. They know where Ryan Philippe comes from.
Yes, sir. And Ben.
Cruel intention.
Ben Bateman has not missed yet. Keeps his lead 4-2 over.
And I was so sure it was Ryan Philippe.
Fantasy sci-fi. Fantasy sci-fi.
That's where the Bob Saget saga began also.
Stars Bill Murray, Ben Kingsley, Idris Elba, Scarlett Johansson, and Christopher Walken.
Famous people.
I guess it is fantasy.
5,
You don't think about it as fantasy until you
3.
actually think about it for 2 seconds.
Yes, we can do that. What 2016
What's the
film?
category?
Fantasy sci-fi. What 2016 film stars Bill Murray, Ben Kingsley, Idris Elba, Scarlett Johansson, and Christopher Walken?
Yeah, I don't blame him for asking for the category again, because you wouldn't think it until you actually think it.
5, 4, 3, 2.
The Jungle Book.
1. Pens down, please, and we start with Ben.
The Jungle Book?
Yes,
Oh, wow.
and
Yeah,
Bateman.
Jungle Book.
Wow.
Good pull by Bateman. Think
Yeah.
about it.
Sci-fi fantasy.
It's fantasy. It's fantasy.
It cost him a jeté rule, but he got it.
Jungle
It
Book's
is
a fantasy film.
5-2.
It's not,
It should be 5-3, I think.
Now it's 5-3
5-3.
because
Five
Brendan
to
Meyer
three.
won it another point.
not
I do know
anime.
some stuff.
Yeah, no.
That the young boy who was in that movie would probably argue that he was not an animated person.
No, I saw him drinking a Sprite at the premiere party, and he's real.
Not animated. Okay. All right, here we go. Next question.
Next question is in the world of animated movies. These are movies
Ah!
that are actually animated. Your question.
What a lead-in!
Action movie star has become the United States president in the Simpsons movie. And how young we were when that movie came out.
Is that the truth?
Still don't know how to spell his name after all these years.
5, 4, 3, 2.
It's Arnold. Don't look at the end. It's bad.
Schwarzenegger?
Yes. And Ben.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes.
There it is.
Bateman.
Arnold. Dude, Arnold. Like is Schwarzenegger hard to spell?
All right, here we go, guys.
Cabinet minister.
Yeah.
Horror.
Wrong side of the border.
Horror/thriller is your next category. Released in 2017.
Walk away if you want to live.
What is the subtitle of the second Annabelle film that acted as a prequel?
Oh. Everyone said the name the whole time, and I never bothered to remember it because I don't care about horror.
Okay. You like that answer?
It's
5,
Annabelle something. Annabelle
4,
something.
One of those.
3, 2, 1. We start with Bateman.
Is it Annabelle Creation?
It is.
It's Annabelle question mark.
Didn't have it. Okay. So
Ah.
that's a 3-point
I
lead.
think Annabelle question mark was
Bateman
great.
now-
It happens.
Bateman
Although that
now
looks
has
like
a
a
chance
that looks like
Bateman has a
Annabello
chance to get another
question mark,
perfect
but
round.
it is an
Another
E.
perfect round if he gets
Now
this
it's an
right,
E.
but here is the question mark.
It is a Patreon question courtesy of Michael Campbell. Give
Oh,
Michael a
yeah.
big hand.
I'm gonna have to
Great
wait till the
supporter,
team
hell of a nice
tournament.
guy, Michael
I might get my
Campbell. Thank you,
October
Michael, for your
question
support.
asked
Patreon
before my
support. Have you
September
said by
question.
these lips on an upcoming match. Check out the movie trivia Schmoedown Patreon today. Select which tier is right
Because
for
I think
you.
I've got
Campbell,
an Orlando question or an October-based question that they might just ask.
And the final question
Because it has kind of a
is
Disney
Kirsten
feel
Dunst
to it.
And Orlando Bloom star in what 2005 Cameron Crowe film?
So if Bateman hits this, he will get a bonus. It is 7-4 at the moment. And we now are looking to see, can the kid, it looks like the kid has this answer, but he's writing it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kid.
Spider-Man of the Caribbean.
Elizabeth
Perfect
Mound.
round.
Oh,
Perfect
I was so
round.
sure it was
What a
Spider-Man of the
performance.
Caribbean.
Last 2 matches. matches. Ben, this question is for you and for you alone. You do not have to write it down. You just have to answer it. Here is your question, Ben Bateman. Who directed the 1999 Al Pacino film, Any Given Sunday? You just have to answer it.
Oliver Stone.
For one more
There it
point. Oliver Stone was the answer. Bateman with a 4-point lead going into round number 2. What a round by Ben Bateman. 2 perfect rounds.
He's got guts.
Paul Preston, another one.
It's as inspiring as when Joe Flacco went on a game-winning drive with a torn ACL.
That's right.
Yes, that happened, folks. Joe Flacco's elite.
All about, known as the wheel, round the wheel of fate, doom, and justice. You'll see 10 different categories from 10 corners of movies.
Run off how many quarterbacks did a game-winning drive on a torn ACL. You might get up to
that category. They want to
2.
choice, but then there's also opponent's choice lurking there. Each category contains
At least it's not everyone's favorite anymore.
2 points each.
Because I disagree.
We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer. At that point, the value of the question goes down to.
So where was I? Oh yeah, Wheel of Death. Gotta pray to the wheel.
Number 2, Ben Bateman. You have a 4-point lead, and I believe we can act as allowing you to have somebody else spin the wheel should you medically require that. I'm going to hope you don't pick Dagnino, but I'm betting you will.
I might.
You going to spin first, or you want to?
I'll consider my options, but I want a good match. I'd like to give this kid a head start. Let's go for it, bud.
The kid is going to spin.
I'm excited to see.
By all means.
It is up. There's a spin by the kid. All right, good spin.
Nice little gentle nudge of the wheel there.
Because the old wheel is there, it unretired again.
He's one of the meaner Canadians you'll come across. True. Not opponent's choice. It could be action adventure.
You're going to do it again.
Going to spin again. He's risking opponent's choice.
Spinning away from action is the kid.
I would say go ahead and spin something now, but I don't really know what he wants.
There's some strategy behind that.
Maybe directors.
It might land on opponent's choice, Christian.
It does.
Oh no.
It does. Maybe he should have stayed with action adventure.
Too close to the sun.
That's gotta be the answer.
What's he gonna do?
Yeah.
What's he looking for?
James Bond.
James Bond. All right, James
Oh,
Bond it is.
James Bond.
Kalinowski not here.
Lock your door. Watch out for 007. Doom, 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 doom.
All right, the kid, you got 4 questions. Here's your first. In 1964's Goldfinger, after destroying a drug laboratory in Latin America, James Bond travels where for a vacation?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go multiple.
Is it A, Miami, B, Atlantic City, C, the Grand Canyon, D, New Orleans?
Miami.
For 1 point. Yep. Okay.
You know what's near Miami?
What?
I mean,
Cubans.
Orlando.
Yeah.
Like that? I got there. Man.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
2.
what's in Miami? Orlando.
Bond girl, Cara Milivoy, in The Living Daylights. A, Carrie Lowell. B.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. Can you say what that first name is?
Carrie Lowell. B. Miriam Dabo. C. Tanya Roberts. D. Kel Tyler.
B.
D.
D's incorrect. Ben, is it A?
Miriam Dabo.
Ben, is it A. Carrie Lowell? B. Miriam Dabo. C. Tanya Roberts. D. Kel Tyler.
B. Miriam Dabo.
Correct for 1 point. All right.
He just gave you a warning.
Making the guy work for it.
All right. Here we go. Brendan.
Yeah.
Gemma Arterton
Yes.
plays a Bond girl in Quantum of Solace, whose name evokes a famous Beatles song. What is her name?
Strawberry Fields Forever. Actually, it's just Strawberry Fields.
I'm gonna go for it here. Oh, I think I should just go for it. Carol Strawberry?
It's incorrect.
Ooh, no. No.
For the steal, Ben.
Strawberry Fields. He was on the right track.
5, 4,
He might say Penny Lane.
2.
Lucy Strawberry?
For Strawberry Fields.
Strawberry Fields forever.
Oh, wow.
All right. For
Do 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 do
All right, here
do
we
do do do.
Who directed every official James Bond film that was released in the 1980s?
Irving Kershner.
No, I mean,
Mr. Irvin Kershner?
Just outside my range of
Yeah.
5,
Roger Moore.
4.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Lewis Gilbert, B, John Glenn, C, Peter Hunt, D, Martin
There's
Campbell?
no Irvin Kershner there.
Gilbert.
John Glenn.
Ben, is it A, Lewis Gilbert, B, John Glenn, C, Peter Hunt, or D, Martin Campbell?
B. John Glenn.
1 point. All right, Ben Bateman stealing 2 big points.
He's
there,
like,
and
stop
he
it,
still
stop it,
finds
stop it,
himself
stop it,
with a
stop it.
5-point lead. As
Oh,
spin of the wheel.
dear.
Ben, who you choosing to spin for? You're going to spin yourself? Are you
Ben
sure?
Bateman is going to spin the wheel.
While ripping out Dwight Yoakam's voice box with his 9-iron.
Ben's taking a shot.
All right, and the spin is in.
There's the spin by Bateman. Bateman finds himself with a 5-point lead. He's trying to avoid opponent's choice here because if he can have a good round on something he's good at, he could knock out the kid. We got to see what kind of round he's going to have, but we are stopping.
Round and round it goes. It's creeping towards opponent's choice, but it looks like it's going to
2010s. Stay in 2010.
I think he just wants to avoid that opponent's choice.
Yeah. I think he just doesn't want to spin again.
He's got himself a lead, too, so all he needs to hit is a couple. Yeah. All right.
Ben, you spun 2010, and you elected to keep it.
Maybe there'll be some movies that I've actually heard of in this.
Your first question of 4. Round number 2. What smooth jazz legend plays himself in A Bad Mom's Christmas?
Kenny G. Oh, dear. Kenny G questions. What has the world come to?
Kenny G.
5.
The smooth notes. You said Kenny G?
Correct.
He held a note for like 48 minutes one time. 2 points for Ben Bateman.
But then he was killed by Flea on Celebrity Deathmatch.
Sticking with musicians in the 2010s. What real-life musician plays the character Cinna, who gives Katniss her wardrobe in the Hunger Games films?
Miley Cyrus?
5, 4, 3, 2.
Lenny Kravitz.
2 more points
Oh.
for Ben Bateman.
Not even close.
And as
Not
the great
even
artist
close.
once Said, the match is going Ben Bateman's way. He's got 2 more questions in round number 2. Ben, your penultimate question in the world of the 2010s. In what 2014 film does Tom Hanks play a real-life airline pilot who makes a miracle landing on the Hudson River?
Sully. That's a 1-pointer right there. Someone just gift-wrapped him 2 points. Good movie. Wonder what the title is. Maybe it rhymes with Tully,
5,
or Polly, or Dolly.
3, 2.
Sully.
2 more points for Ben
All right,
Bateman.
so here's where we lie.
What
here.
rhymes with milking it
If
for all it's
Bateman can
worth?
keep this score
Yes, it does
alive
rhyme with Sully, in
by
case you didn't know.
knockout, he's got 1 more question left, and if he gets it, there's not a 3rd round. He goes right to Orlando to play the Beast. Here is
Maybe.
Ben, in the films that were released in the 2010s, for 2 points and the win, in what 2013 comedy does a character named Scotty P get a
We're the Millers.
tattoo saying no regrets?
I hear the term Scotty P all the time at work. It's the only reason why I know this. Scotty P, gotta be, gotta be.
5, 4, 3, 2.
We're the Millers.
And your winner by way of knockout, heading to Orlando.
Yeah, about that.
Bateman. What a statement by Bateman.
Well, that was a little
He
anticlimactic.
was laying in bed this morning, could barely get up, and he did just that and knocked the kid out 19 to
My
6.
wave is ruined.
Statement by Bateman there. It was coming out here, hobbling on his last leg. Does it 19 to 6. Career performance here, getting himself to Orlando, and his battle with Shazam is not over yet. Because now, on October 19th in Orlando, finals of the tournament, the Beast, William Bibiani, faces another horseman in Ben the Boss Bateman. All the horsemen will be there in Orlando. Wow, Mark. That's
Wrong. Wrong.
Brothers versus corruption. I mean, that Orlando show has become one hot ticket. You get that at the Schmoedown Live.
Shame we didn't know about that
As
ahead
you
of
look
time.
At the landscape of today, I mean, we talked about at the top of the show, performances that were made legendary by the circumstances that were an injury to a key player. We've seen it before, we'll see it again, but Ben Bateman adding his name to that legendary list.
Well, I mean, that's the look, and the other thing about it is that now we have Shazam. They're in the interview. They're going to be there with Jen Sturger. And, like, what's the Beast feeling about this right now? How's the kid feeling about it? How are they feeling about this going into the tournament now between the two of them? Because there's so much there. We know who's the boss is going to be in the tournament. Yeah. We know that now Beast is playing Bibiani. So much to find out. Jen Sturger's back there with Shazam, the kid, and here we go.
Brendan, you've had such an amazing run this year that I don't think that this loss takes anything away from that. But I'm sure you're
because he didn't wear the Shazam shirt.
Bibiani in Orlando.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it kind of set in pretty quickly that it probably wasn't going to happen. So that is what it is. It's really hard. You know, a lot of those questions in round one. You know, I've got a list of movies that I want to watch for this, and Billy Madsen's one that I just haven't got to. I've watched some other comedies, Moana. I literally said to Biz backstage, like, because it was on the 2010s thing. I hope they don't ask about that. So
you're usually pretty reliable though in round one, and today it just felt like they were just hitting categories that you necessarily hadn't brushed up on recently.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. In the first match against Paul Oyama, there were just some stuff that I didn't know, and I've done really, really well in the last three. But this one, yeah, and some of those ones they were just outside my reach. But it's okay. The only one that I probably should have known or could have known was the Annabelle one, but whatever those other three were just not in my wheelhouse. And then opponent's choice is tough. I've done quite well in Bond before, but these ones were just outside my knowledge, and obviously wasn't studying it. Good to him if he put that on there.
Well, plus with exactly. With Kalinowski hitting Bond so often, I feel like the cuts just keep getting deeper in Bond. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Strawberry Fields. I knew that there was a strawberry in the name, but I thought that was just like Strawberry Fields was. I just didn't know it. Yeah.
Plus, running up against Bateman, I feel like this is the first time you've also faced someone who plays the way he does, as far as like with the level of swag that Bateman comes out with. Does that get in your head at all?
Well, you played Paul.
He honestly didn't get in my head because, like I said, those just were answers that I just didn't know. You know, it's one thing if you get questions that you feel like you should have known or that you beat yourself. This was just, I guess I'm not quite ready to take that next step in singles. But, you know, I'm looking forward to the teams tournament. And, you know, it is what it is. Sometimes it's just not your day. I mean, you can't know everything. And it just was combined with the subpar round one and opponent's choice, pretty difficult.
I would like to actually challenge something you just said. I think you are ready. I think this was a rough day. I think everyone gets a rough day. God knows I've been knocked out more than one occasion, and it sucks. It sucks. But you know what? We pick ourselves up. We move along, and you got to remember that there are tens, if not hundreds of thousands of movies that are technically eligible for questions on the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. No one has seen all of them, and sometimes you just get a confluence that all pop up in one match. That doesn't mean you're not ready. I know you. I know you're ready. I would not be on a team with you if I didn't think you were ready. So it was a rough day, and we'll pick ourselves up again.
Are you madder that Bateman knocked out the kid or that he didn't choose your eyewear?
The eyewear really hurt my feelings, actually. I was like, we went out of our way to find some fun options, you know, really give him an opportunity to sort of, you know, brighten up his style. We know he's had a little rough time. We brought him a gift. And what does he do? Literally throws it on the ground. Might as well spit on it. But you know what? It was a gift. He can do whatever he wanted with it. It's his to do with as he likes. Strikes me as somewhat rude, but that's fine. I love him anyway, and I look forward to playing a great match with him in Orlando, getting a whole bunch of questions right, or maybe a whole bunch of questions wrong. Anything could happen. Who the hell knows? Whee!
I don't think that qualifies as a promo, but
no.
That said,
not intended to.
With the kid losing, that does make you face him in Orlando. What are you going to be doing to prep for this match? Because it's obviously going to be a big match. You play well in front of large crowds, as we discovered at Free For All. But this will be the first time one-on-one that you're going against Bateman in this type of setting.
Yeah. No, I feel pretty good. Bateman studies a lot, and here's the thing. I do, too. Like, I study movies literally every single day of my life, and I have for the last
25 years.
25 years?
I don't know if I'd call it studying. I feel like you live the movies.
Well, I try, and so, yeah, I feel as ready as I'm going to get. I will keep myself nimble. I will keep myself trained. We're gonna practice on those buzzers, because I think it's a 5-rounder, right? Isn't that how it works at the end of a championship? Yeah, okay, so we're good. Thank you. So I feel pretty confident that when it comes down to me and Bateman, personnel by personnel, that we can put on a really good match. I think it'll be close, and I'm not going to get vengeance for the kid because vengeance is dumb. What I will do is I will play your former opponent, and I will attempt to defeat him in the spirit of good sportspersonship
and the power of kindness.
Well, this does not take away from the run that you had this season. Again,
Power of
congratulations on
kindness.
I will say, look, I really feel I'm bummed that I couldn't do better. I mean, I've shown that I have a little bit better in me. It's too bad, but look, I had a big loss when I first came in, and it was really tough. And you know, you go down 0-1, and you start to think, ugh, like, am I even going to be able to be a part of the league at all? And so to get back to the point where I can end the season 3-2. I have to be happy with that. That was really not necessarily a guarantee at all for a while, so I am happy about that at least.
Best of luck to you next season and with the draft. That's going to be pretty crazy. So good luck in Orlando, Boobs. See you there.
Yes.
What happens in the draft?
I mean, really, you look at a good way to handle a loss, defeat there. But I also big props to William Bibiani for not only
sunglasses.
No, but not even for the way he's been playing, right? That speech that he gave the kid and the thing that he said to the kid, they really have made each other better players. And Bibiani he's got that knowledge to be a mentor, and he's been a mentor to this kid. It was a nice statement there, but it doesn't take away from the fact what a final we have now. We have Bibiani, the former champion, and now he's been to the team finals twice. Well, he's going to the singles final. That's right. He said he was going to do it. He hobbled his way out here, and he did it. Ben the Boss Bateman is backstage with Jen Sturger at Dagnino and Riley. Jen, take it away.
There's just so many props. I don't even know where to start in this interview. Dagnino, you got to be feeling pretty good now that we've punched our ticket to Orlando.
Listen, we don't want gifts. We want belts. Okay? They could take
Unless the belt's a gift.
Little sunglasses and do you know what with them. I bet you're wondering what this is in my hand.
That was actually
It's a chair.
question, yes.
Chair!
It's a back pillow.
Oh.
It's filled with
I've been hit harder with pillows.
It's filled with love. This is what a manager does. Take note, other managers around the world here. Roxy and the idiot Burnett and a bunch of other clowns. This is what real managers do.
Clowns.
Help their people out. You saw me when he was rolling the wheel. I was holding his hips. You saw that, right?
I was spotting him.
Let me tell you something else. They say Disney World is the happiest place on earth. It's going to be a disaster for Bibiani.
Well, they're not letting you in. Ben, congratulations on your win today. Obviously, you're playing it a little under the weather.
Yeah.
How are you feeling going into Orlando? I mean, obviously, you're not 100%.
Oh, I feel terrible. I'm just trying to get through it. It's there's truthfully there's back surgery coming pretty soon here, and we're just trying to win this tournament first. So I'm on one leg, but being on one leg seems to get me a lot of answers. So I don't really know what else to say. I think Brendan's a very respectable competitor. I really studied the hell out of this one. I wanted to make sure I was prepared for him, and the lights got to him a little bit today, I think. It's definitely happened to me before. So.
And then spinning opponent's choice doesn't help anybody. Why did you decide to give him Bond?
I felt pretty confident that it's a very esoteric category that not many competitors are very good at. I have some superficial Bond knowledge, just like bits and pieces that I felt like on multiple choice I might be able to get a steal or two. And so it just so happened that it lined up. I knew a couple of those answers, and just felt like that was probably the narrowest category to give him.
Now you get to face his teammate on Shazam, William Bibiani, in front of a live crowd in Orlando on October 19th. How are you going to prepare going into this match?
Well, I beat Bibiani the last time I played him, and felt pretty good about it. So, he's perhaps the most knowledgeable player that's ever played the game in terms of pure knowledge, but I've got the knowledge and the gameplay, and I'm a better player than Bibiani's a player. So, if he doesn't choke in round 3, I'll just have to beat him in 5 rounds.
So big showing for the Horsemen, obviously, is going to be in Orlando. Riley, how are you helping everybody prepare for this?
I mean, look at this guy. This guy could walk on one leg and he's prepared. John Roca went down to one question. This is the Horsemen are back. They never went anywhere. I'm there for support, and I'm looking at this guy, and I'm talking to my manager, and I'm just looking at that team tournament coming up, and I'm feeling damn good, damn good. So all the Horsemen have each other's backs, and it's a beautiful thing to see. And we're going to take some belts in the process. I'm looking forward to it.
Any last words of wisdom?
They're all facts. Everything's straight facts here. And like I said, PAS. Plain and simple.
That actually made sense for the first time. Oh,
Pass. Plain and simple. Pass. Like the Seattle Seahawks, they'd rather pass and then lose the Super Bowl.
Meyer, 19-6, the final score. Speaking of 19, October 19th is when we go to Orlando, and we will see that finale. And it opens up the card in Orlando. That's right. Get your tickets now. The Schmoedownlive.com. Corruption. The team champions defend the titles against the founding fathers, John Roca and Dangerous Dan Murrell. Partner, what a card Orlando has turned out to be.
What is going to happen in that main event? It's going to be special. It's going to be something wild, and it's all taking place in Orlando. Get your tickets at the Schmoedown Live.
Oh, we got a ticker. Boop, boop, boop. When you wish upon a star.
5 matches. All the titles in the
That's all the ticker's got.
Bateman and
The ticker doesn't have the greatest voice in the world.
7th. Mike Kalinowski will be defending the Inner Geekdom Championship. The Team Championship will be on the line. The Star Wars Championship on the line, and a special match to be determined. So, for you guys out there, get your tickets.
Well, we now know what that match is going to be. Wonder what it would have been before.
You can also watch that live, theschmoedownlive.com. Get the live stream ticket. And Patreon, if you join today, not only does it help out the show in general, it helps out the brand new network, the Schmoedown Entertainment Network. Please become a part today. For Mark Ellis, I'm Christian Harloff. We'll see you next time.
What have we got here? Mmm.
You're a disgusting animal. Do you know that?
That's one of the nicest things you ever said to me.
Tom, what do you want?
Little birdie told me that you're thinking about managing again.
Thinking about, or definitely am, throwing my hat back in the manager ring next season.
But you're done with your commissioner role or whatever you're doing? Didn't you learn from the first time?
What I learned from my first go around, Tom, is that I managed the team champions. I was manager of the year. As a matter of fact, I beat your team to retain those belts, and I also beat you twice, if I recall correctly.
It's hearsay.
That's actually science facts.
I don't know. I don't think I was around for that.
Hmm.
Either way, I don't remember.
He was fenced up.
Because guess what winners do?
Win.
They don't remember losing.
Oh.
Bottom line is,
I thought you were going to say win.
I do. And you know what, Tom? I have to say I give you a lot of credit.
Thank you.
For that. You know, the horsemen, they were looking a little tired there, looking like they need to be put out to pasture, but it turns out that you turned them around.
Look, you refurbish the stables a little bit. I'm when the smoke clears guy.
Yeah.
When the smoke clears, guess what? I'm always there. And when the smoke clears, when the Schmoedown is all said and done, my face will be on Mount Rushmore.
Sure.
As the best manager of all time. That's a fact.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if that prediction of yours comes to pass when Dan Murrell is part of the Fife Club.
How's that going to
I
happen?
get Murrell on the phone right now.
What's his number?
I have his number.
Ah! Saw that coming. All right. Let's run everybody down. Thank you, Tom and Emma and Jen and Ben and Mark Ellis and Christian and Bibbs and the kid and who was in the and he's crazy Coy John Drew. Did I say Christian? I don't even think I said Christian. Okay, that's everybody. So that happened. That was a bit unfortunate of anticlimactic semifinal. So the writing was on the wall for quite some time what was about to happen. And now everything that they were talking about Orlando and singles Ultimate Schmoedown final, big X. That's no longer coming to pass. That will now happen at the Spectacular. Which now means by the time that I'm back on the Facebook page, I'm sure they'll probably announce something of what this match is going to be. I don't think they're going to just announce it on the fly when they're there. I think they're going to probably announce it ahead of time. So by the time that this video gets online, I'm sure it will already have been announced, and I will have already seen it by now. So don't bother commenting saying that, oh, you know, the match is blah, 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 blah. But I don't need to worry about that because Nobody comments on my videos. More proof that nobody likes me. Said probably no one because nobody watches them. I just love taking cheap shots and face slaps and dick punches and all that good stuff because cold hard facts. Gotta call it like it is. Even if you don't like it, even if that someone that don't like it is me. So yeah. So the pre-match thing, Coy John Drew, he's crazy. Pretty much expected that was coming. They were kind of mean to him though. That was a little surprising, but ultimately was not something that we didn't expect was going to happen. So yeah, we now know who, I guess probably, I want to say 6 or so managers now, or maybe 7. Now that I think about it, still don't know. We definitely don't know who the full field is of the managers, but I'm sure we'll find out in due time. So I guess that's going to do it for this edition of JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Always watch their content first. It's the right thing to do. Follow me on Twitter at WWEJTH1. And follow all the official Movie Trivia Schmoedown content Facebook page, Twitter page at the Schmoedown, and become a patron if you can. It goes a long way. But until next time, I will see you next week for the next edition of JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. I'm guessing it's going to be the live matches at Orlando, but we will find out what they are when they actually show up. So, this is JTH. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I bid you adieu-adieu.